A psalm of the sons of Korah. This one is intense because it deals with harder problem, okay? With a harder problem. Not personal sin, not obvious rebellion, but suffering that seems undeserved. It moves past victory to present defeat, to protest of innocence, to plea for rescue. The psalm begins with the story. We have heard what you did in your days. God drove out nations. God planted Israel. God gave victory, and they say clearly, it was not by their sword, but by your right hand. The foundation of faith is remembering God's past faithfulness, okay? Then they reaffirm, you are my king and my God. They still believe victory comes from God, not from weapons. In God we make our boast all day long. So far, strong confidence. Faith declares truth even before circumstances agree. Then suddenly the tone shifts hard. You have rejected and humbled us. They describe defeat in battle, retreat, plunder, becoming a joke among nations, humiliation and shame. This isn't a small setback, it's a national disgrace. Sometimes reality feels opposite to theology, okay? So then we move to the part where it says, here's the shocking part. All this came upon us though we had not forgotten you. They claim we didn't break covenant, we didn't worship other gods, our hearts didn't turn back, yet they're being crushed. For your sake we face death all day long. The meaning of this suffering not because of rebellion, but because they belong to God. There is such a thing as faithful suffering, okay? Then the ending is bold. Awake, Lord. Why do you sleep? That's not literal theology, it's emotional language. They feel like God is inactive. Rise up and help us. Redeem us because of your unfailing love. They don't appeal to their merit, they appeal to his steadfast love. When logic fails, covenant love is the anchor. Let's see the key lessons from this chapter, Psalm 44. The first one is remembering God's past work strengthens present faith. Second lesson, you can still confess God as king while confused. Third lesson, faithful people can experience real defeat. Fourth lesson, suffering isn't always punishment. Fifth lesson, it's biblical to ask God hard questions. Final lesson, in the end, appeal to God's unfailing love, okay? Psalm 44 wrestles with the mystery of suffering that doesn't seem deserved. The community remembers God's past victories and reaffirms him as a king. Yet they are experiencing crushing defeat and public humiliation. They insist they have not abandoned God and describe suffering for your sake. The psalm ends with the bold cry for God to wake up and redeem them, appealing not to their righteousness but to his covenant love. It teaches that faithful suffering is real and that doesn't lament belongs in worship. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.